So hey, Section 5 has been unlocked. Elizabeth Rim. You'll understand that reasoning in a moment. It's actually pretty obvious. Alright, let's go. Let's go! Let's attack with Elizabeth to defeat Mecha Ellie-chan. After all, who better to beat her than the Elizabeth crew? Boom.
My motion detectors have detected something. So they're finally here, it seems. Huda, the master of Caldia, as well as Jet's former ruler, and Osakabe Hime. I know to treat Elizabeth and Osakabe Hime as the trivial threats they are, but the master is another matter. I still have not observed him enough to know what his alignment is. It would be foolish to attempt to assess an opponent without information. I should at least have a brief conversation with him before we fight. Imagine me speaking with a commoner as equals. Certainly Elizabeth could never have done that in life. Well, I suppose I can play that part by ear. I'm an expert at the hands-on approach after all. But responding improperly would be highly unbecoming for a ruler. I should at least practice my speech. First of all, I commend you for making it this far. Welcome. You must be tired. Perhaps some tea? Would you prefer bread or chicken for dinner? Whichever you choose, know that I will still burn both you and your meal to ash. That's a bit muddled, isn't it? Definitely lacking in impact. Ha! So you guys actually came. You've got promise making your way through my castle. Perhaps you'd like work as a butler. No, that's not right. I may be in dire need of good help, but I can't let them know that. Maybe I should take a page from Elizabeth's book, if I were that dumb lizard. Welcome to the best seats in the house. You just couldn't wait to see me, could you, puppy? Tonight's gonna be a real special night, so I want to see you smile nice and wide. No, that's not it either. Not to mention talking like that is practically melting down my core. I never imagined it could be so hard to just properly greet a commoner.
Isn't it cute how she's practicing? There we go.
I'm picking up Mecha Ellie-chan's signal. It looks like this will be the final battle. Still, I feel like we have a lot of loose ends that need tying up. For example, we never found out who Mecha Ellie-chan really is. What is she anyway? That's what I want to know. I know I've split up into different versions before, but I'm pretty sure I'd remember turning into a mecha.
I don't know, she seems more like a robo-Elizabeth than a mecha to me.
Well, she isn't. If there's one thing I'm definitely not, it's a laborer.
Huh?
The word robot comes from a play called Rossum's Universal Robots, written by Karel Čapek, a Czechoslovakian novelist. It has all kinds of uses today, so people tend to forget its original meaning. Originally, the word meant forced labor. I believe that's what Elizabeth was referring to.
Damn, you serious? I didn't really figure you for much of a reader there, Dragon Girl.
Of course I am. I'm the daughter of a baron. I must have spent half of my waking hours poring over books. My natural curiosity didn't die just because I became a heroic spirit. Why do you think I get so many headaches? I see. So that's how you learned what an idol is. It's all starting to make sense. That's right. I can't remember why I originally thought to become an idol, but I do know that a job whose sole purpose was to bask in the love and adoration of people everywhere never existed in my own time. It's no exaggeration to say that learning about idols saved my life. Once I did, I knew that was my calling.
So, fun fact, chat. A little bit of Triple C background knowledge here. The reason Elizabeth originally became an idol was for multiple reasons. Number one is because an idol's only job is to be cute and be showered and loved by everyone around them. So she thought it very much fit for her. Number two is because to her, from her point of view, being an idol is the ultimate sadistic position to take. All these thousands upon thousands of people constantly cheering your name, wanting nothing more than a smile from you, willing to devote anything and everything to you, and you have the position and ability to do whatever you want with them. You can spit on them, you can call them worthless, you can say that they're trash, they're pigs, whatever, and they'll still cry tears of joy just for having your voice be directed towards them. That's why Elizabeth was so enamored with becoming an idol. It not only fit in with her desire to be cute, it fit in with her fetish for being sadistic. I suppose she must have engraved that into her spirit origin after Triple C, and that's why it carried over in that way. Also, her headaches probably shouldn't have carried over, and if she's having her headaches, she should go berserk once in a while, but maybe that's because she's mostly been cured of that over Triple C, but maybe they forgot. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, continuing.
I really do believe that it's the greatest job in existence, one that's worth clawing my way to the top for. Which is why it's so strange. As a heroic spirit, I'm not restricted to just being a high-ranking lady anymore. I still am one, of course, but I'm also my people's idol, there to bring joy to their lives. Otherwise, I couldn't even manifest in this form. But Mecha Ali-chan is more, well, she's more me. I mean, the me I used to be. More innocent back when all I knew was obligation and duty. But in that case, she should look like Carmilla and not me. Then she'd be Mech Carmilla, which sounds way better. I suppose it would be cruel to point out how Carmilla is nothing more than one of her alter egos.
Oh.
So given that, I'm betting whatever brought her here has nothing to do with me, but instead with Himeji Castle. Did you do something, Oki? No, I haven't done anything yet. I mean, technically it wasn't even my fault that Himeji Castle started moving in the first place. Mash. Puppy looks like he's kind of terrified of Oki right now. What's wrong, Master? Your eyes are incredibly red.
Sorry to interrupt your chat, girls, but we're just about there.
I still have a ton of questions, but I guess they'll have to wait until after the final battle. Let's make sure we put out an awesome finale. What?
This is the famous Himeji Castle? Don't call those folding screens hideous. I like those folding screens.
When did she redecorate it so horribly? Mikali-chan is headed your way at high speed. Allow me to answer. That mural masterpiece is my own creation. I inkjet printed it using previous Halloween records for reference. Subject matter aside, I do think it turned out to be quite a lovely work of art, don't you? What's more, these folding screens serve as both record and evidence. They are an epic poem that tells everyone who visits the story of Csejte Halloween.
Evidence? Evidence of what exactly?
Is it not obvious? Are you completely lacking in artistic sensibilities, or those tattoos just for decoration?
Probably, actually.
This is a history of the prior ruler's myriad of missteps. All who can see it will reach the same inevitable conclusion. Elizabeth Bathory is unfit to be Csejte's ruler. Hey! Well, you know... Etsuoki? Naturally, Carmilla is no different. Her foolishness also knows no bounds, drinking the blood of her people and fellow nobles in a misguided attempt to stay young. So it is up to me to keep Csejte safe. As such, I have no choice but to put all rebellious wrongdoers, dissidents, and other similar cretins to work. It may be a bit dystopian, but it's a necessary sacrifice to be made for the sake of my people. Aha! So those are your true colors, a machine rebellion. First everyone gets a cell phone, then their OSs start rising up against us. I knew that was your diabolical scheme. You want to take over the world.
I'm not doing this weeb speed. Can't make me. It's not what she do.
Say what you will, securing a stable food supply is the first order of business. Civilization inevitably declines if everyone pursues nothing but hedonistic pleasures.
Oh, hold on. Let me do that. I knew that was your diabolical scheme. You want to take over the Sekai. All I can think of. A voice like that.
Fiefs raise children. Lords raise the land. You think you deserve to be handed everything on a silver platter just because you're a princess? That sort of negligence has no place in my Csejte. Now then, I believe the time is right. These folding screens are the answers to everything. They show why I am right and stand in testament to my unrivaled beauty. But none of you have any future whatsoever. Why, you ask? Because I'm about to erase you from existence. None without wings can survive at this altitude. The sky belongs to me and me alone. If you would lament your fates, curse yourselves for letting this idiotic ordeal escalate so far, then as the Steel Demoness, I shall sentence traitors to feel the burn of my flame breath, and castle climbers to taste the spiciness of my missiles. As Csejte's rightful ruler, I will purge you all.
Damn. Yeah, she must have been practicing that in front of a mirror.
So that was her catchphrase. She definitely decided on that just for this occasion.
They left that part out of the translation.
Ah! Ah? You thought of that ahead of time, didn't you? I can tell. I never know what to do about my own catchphrases. But it's always the more general expressions that end up being the coolest. Maybe I just don't have enough spirit. Since you're a mecha and all, you should have a lot more mecha-themed expressions on hand. Something like, prepare to be Ellie deleted, or first you're welcome, now you're well done. I mean, come on, you're mecha Ellie-chan. You should have that techno stuff down pat.
There's not a lot of lyrics in techno, Ellie-chan.
You have the worst sensibilities imaginable. How you ever thought you could be an idol with lyrics like that is utterly beyond me. I see now that merely arresting you and forcing you into hard labor is insufficient. So I'll kill you. I'll wipe you out from existence. I, Mecha Ellie-chan, will not stop it until there is not so much as an atom of you remaining, Elizabeth Bathory. Eh? What the heck? I've been a boss fight before myself, so I was just giving you some advice. You really have no idea how other Mecha Ellie-chan feels, do you, Ellie? I think it may be more accurate to say that she herself has no idea who she is.
Couldn't you have just made that sound a little bit better by saying, doesn't understand herself? That was a very awkward translation. That was like a literal translation. Like a literal. See, that's the part where localization comes in. Instead of having a literal word-for-word translation like that, which sounds awkward, you replace it with something like, to be more correct, it's that she doesn't understand herself. This is a CG Rascal level rewrite, isn't it? Now I'm sad.
Go!
No. This translation is on par with CG Rascal, where it's awkward in spots where it really should be very easy to make it not awkward, and intentionally changed some things because they thought, let's meme it up a little bit here and there. You know, I would love to use her, but I want to bring Elizabeth's squad with me. Team Ellie. Hell yeah, chat. Team Ellie is here to win. Bum, bum, bum. It's a lot of Ellies. Think of it like this, chat. I'll be able to field 6 Elizabeths next year. 6 of them. That'll be good.
There, that should do it. Gotcha. We've gotcha.
Can we get past her now? You bet we can, one way or another.
Reevaluating enemy forces. Mortal danger confirmed. Changing mode to anti-army. Overriding acquired targets to humanoid life forms. Authorization denied. Authorization denied. Authorization granted. Unlocking personal anti-army noble phantasm. Breast 0 Elisabetto. Be careful, everyone. I'm detecting a powerful heat signature building in Mecha Ellie-chan. She's about to hit you with everything she has. Make sure you beat her to the punch. Stop! Stop! You'll destroy my castle!
Yamete Kuda, stop! You'll destroy my castle!
That is truly unfortunate. I have only one thing to say to that. My sincere apologies. Are you up to date on your fire insurance? Ah! I don't have fire insurance, you little arsonist! Wow, I bet this building would burn really nicely since it's all made of wood. Wait, no. Oki and I may have only just met, but I can't let her suffer the pain of seeing her castle go up in flames. I still don't know why you're me, but since you are, it's my job to stop you. Bring it, Mecha Ellie-chan. Ellie versus Mecha Ellie. I'll show you that my singing can beat your thruster nozzles any day of the week.
Breast 0 Elisabetto. Also, I find it interesting that they kept it as Breast 0 Elizabeth instead of Breast 0 Elizabeth. This translation is all fucking over the place, man. It's so bad. Owie. Dragon Skater. All right, let's sing her to death, Ellie. so much makasete, chat. Oh wait, hold on. Let me translate that properly. Leave it to Mikasete. Am I doing it right? Have I become a professional translator?
How do you like this? Combat systems inoperable. Retreat impossible. Communications incapacitated. Hard as it is to believe, it seems I have lost. Still, this too shall pass. Such things are part and parcel with being a ruler. Attention, my knights. The Jet Hard Labor Project is cancelled as of now. Did we beat her? Looks like it.
Is Mecha Ellie-chan going to be okay?
She's not quite a mecha or a servant, so it's hard to get a good read on her from here, but it looks like she's just been incapacitated. Her spirit origin hasn't disappeared. Oh, thank goodness. Now I don't have to feel bad about involving her in this. Bleh. I really hate being so timid. I'm kind of a failure, you know? Okay. Oh, right. I'm off to my room now. Ellie, Tattoo-san. Maybe you should stay here and keep an eye on Mecha Ellie-chan.
About Tattoo-san. In the Japanese, she calls him basically Tattoo Mafia-san. Why'd they take the Mafia part out? He was part of the Mafias. Anyway, I'm gonna nitpick this to death. I hope you like it.
Come on, Master. I'll let you see my secret. Oh, Master-chan. Hey, I want to see that too. You haven't once showed me since our castles got smooshed together. Huh? Well... Okay, Ellie. I'll let you see it too. Let's all go together then. Hi!
What?
Tadaima! Oh, my sanctuary. How I've missed you. Computer, check. Books, check. All collectibles present and accounted for. Yes. Everything's perfect. Now I get why you were being so secretive. Look, Master, this room is giving me a strong sense of déjà vu. This must be exactly the sort of room Blackbeard and the others like him have. Which is why she's supposed to talk like Blackbeard. They ruined the joke. This is the part where she's supposed to actually reveal that she's like this and start talking differently. She hasn't supposed to have been talking differently this whole time for the most part. Translators ruin everything. So it looks like we've got an early... Looks like we've got an early naughty's otaku room on our hands. She and Blackbeard would probably get along famously. They continue ruining the joke. I mean, you've seen all the stuff he's done with his room. I see, so this is what she wanted to come back to. I'm guessing it's like me in my workshop. I just don't feel like myself when I'm not there. Sanctuary's actually not a bad way to put it, even if it's pretty far from most people's idea of one. So it's not that she was plotting something so much as she just wanted to hurry up and get back here. It would seem that way, but of course this raises its own questions. Mostly about how the hell the top floor of Himeji Castle's tower ended up looking like this. Let's boot it up. Okay, so far so good. Wow, I've got a ton of messages while I was away. I'm amazed that you can stand to be in this room. It's so messy in here.
Also notice, chat, that her computer setup is on top of the kotatsu. For those of you that don't know. Here, let me just give you some translator. A kotatsu is a traditional Japanese table with a blanket over the edges and a little mini heater on the underside to keep you warm during the winter. And a kotatsu is typically rolled out and kept out by people who are very lazy and want to laze around on the inside of it to feel the warmth of it, at all manners of times, even deep into the spring and sometimes into the summer while the AC is blasting, so that they can continue to get the feeling of warmth in the cool. The fact that it's not put away, and the fact that her entire setup is on top of it, is further proof that she is an otaku and a very lazy person that is a NEET. The joke is that she is basically female Blackbird in everything except for appearance. The fact that they have completely and utterly changed the joke into making her kind of a weeb ruins the joke. Crazy how that happens. Let me put away my actually voice now, and we'll get back to reading the story.
Not to mention this place is kind of small. That's the best part. I bet you keep your room pretty sparse, don't you, Master? Master-chan? It's kind of minimalist, only holding on to the bare essential, you know, that kind of thing? That's the kind of room where you like to relax and make out with servants, right? Why, yes, Master. I'm very curious about that as well.
Sharpening her shield. I mean, I'll give a more literal translation. I encounter some frightening eyes from time to time.
Really? Oh, right, I guess that does make sense with servants like Kyohi around. Now, where did I put this? Searching... It's gotta be around here somewhere since Mecha Ellie-chan didn't have it.
Usakabe Hime?
This reading, it can't be. Aha! Found it. A Holy Grail! You have a Holy Grail, Usakabe Hime? I sure do. You probably all figured that out already, so I may as well tell you. This Holy Grail is all mine, though I just happened to acquire it by luck. There's a lot that doesn't add up about that, but I guess the most important question is, what did you wish for? Well, this is me we're talking about, so I wished I could just hole up inside of it.
Hole up?
You mean like a shut-in? Now that you mention it, I do recall you having a reputation as a shut-in among the Eastern heroic spirits. Eh? I do? Why? Tomomo and Kiyohime weren't exactly shy about sharing that, so pretty much all of Caldia's servants know by now. So mean! But I still don't understand. If you wanted to hole up in a Holy Grail, why did you end up here in Jet? Oh, that? Well, that's because Jet is the best place in the world to hole up in. It is? I would have thought the exact opposite myself. Well, that's only because Ellie's here. But what if she wasn't? Well, since this year's Halloween preparations are all done, I imagine Halloween would begin without a hitch. And then the singularity would quickly go away, since it would no longer be able to maintain itself. That's right! I knew it, as expected of you, Mash-chan. Now, what would the people of Jet be doing during Halloween? Well, naturally they'd be enjoying it. It's a special celebration that makes for a nice break from their usual busy routines, after all. Now, this last question is for Master-chan. What would happen if Halloween never ended?
A never-ending Halloween?
That's right! The celebration would just keep going. Then there would be no more jobs, no more deadlines, nothing. I could shut myself in forever and ever.
They use the word hikikomori in the shop. Why won't they use it here?
Huh? Hang on. Let me make sure that I've got this straight. You used an actual Holy Grail just so you could shut yourself in your room and never have to work? Forever? Okay. Seriously? That's right. All I wanted was to have my little safe space forever and ever. All these books and electronics might look pitiful to you, but to me they're everything.
Boy, do I recognize that feel.
I'm nothing like you, Elizabeth. You hated being confined, every fiber of your being rejected, being ignored. I'm sure your living self must have been despondent when she died. But me, I found confinement comforting. It's not like they confined me against my will. I chose to be locked up. Well, that's just what it looked like from the outside. I'm a castle apparition, remember? I literally can't survive if I'm not within a castle. That's just how I am. But now that I'm a servant, they say I have to go out into the outside world. That's terrifying. No matter how hard I've tried, I could never shake my fear of this. You've never had to worry about that sort of thing, Ellie. You're always bright and cheerful. Tamamo-chan talks a big game, but she's just fooling herself. But you generally love to fight, Ellie. You're my exact opposite in so many ways. Well, I do enjoy a good fight. But everyone's got things that they're good at and things they're not, right? I mean, that's where the whole strategic aspect of Holy Grail Wars comes into play. That's true, isn't it? Anyway, I'll admit I'm a little bit scared of what I'm about to do, but... This rumbling... Master, I'm picking up a signal coming from underneath Castle Jet. It's a No, it's far too big to be a servant. Okay. Now, O true guardian that sleeps beneath Jet, with the power of this Holy Grail, I command you to rise. Master, please take a look outside.
Are you ready for the map to get more ridiculous, chat? Section 6, Mecha Ellie-chan strikes back. Also, it's time to face Alter Ego. Back off of my Alter Ego waffle, chat. Oh, it's loud. I forgot how loud that is. All right, chat, prepare for things to get more ridiculous. Stupefied. What? To put that into words. Yo, Master, what the hell's going on? What's a giant mechanical little girl doing outside? Right, I guess she's not really little anymore, is she? She's just a plain old giant mechanical dragon girl, then. I mean, what the hell, man? Who comes up with this stuff? It's so confusing.
Where's Mecha Ellie-chan?
She's still knocked out cold. I can't say I was paying too much attention to her after whatever this is started up, though.
I think we might have had the wrong idea. Maybe Mecha Ellie-chan was here to repair the singularity, and Osakabe Hime was actually its source. No, you're wrong there. If we hadn't stopped her, Mecha Ellie-chan would have gone all tween novel dystopia on Jet, and nobody wants that. True, for a supposed guardian, her power trip didn't really paint her in the best of lights. So does this mean that giant Mecha Ellie-chan outside is Jet's true guardian, then? Yep, that's the real one. The one we beat is more like the prototype. A prototype, huh? That would mean that somebody designed all of this, though. The question is who? Oh, some middle-aged guy with a pretty epic mustache taught me how to do it. He even lent me this book. Modifying the Guardian of Jet for Dummies.
Coffin Archer? That damn gentleman of around 50?
I ordered all of the parts from Amazonist.com and modified her as best as I could, but I guess I messed up somewhere. Since I couldn't control either the Guardian or the prototype, but that problem will soon be solved. Loki, please, just stop this. If you don't, then I'll have no choice but to turn this business end of my mic on to you. You think I don't know that? I've been ready for that since the beginning. But with the Holy Grail's power, I can also summon a next-generation unit. Come on up! Mark II! I'm picking up another servant reading from under Jet. It's speeding towards you as we speak.
What did you just do?
You know how I said the other Mecha Ellie-chan was a prototype? I've got a production unit ready to go. You called, Princess. This is the Mecha Ellie-chan I was able to successfully control. Mecha Ellie-chan Mark II.
It's a tiny giant Mecha Ellie-chan.
True, she is a much smaller version of the enormous Mecha Ellie-chan outside. So basically, she's taken the long way to come back to the same size she was before. Do you have an order for me, Princess? I am a busy mecha. Since you have the Holy Grail, I'd like to get this over with as soon as possible. Yes, I want you to provide me with perpetual security so I can laze around here forever. A-N-E.
That means for eternity. To translate that for you.
So give all of these people the boot so I can get to it. Oh, and also... You don't have to say anything else, Princess. We are of the same mind after all. Okay. I'm sorry, Ellie, but this is happening.
Original Japanese has just saying, I used you there. I have it open on my other monitor for good reason. Man, I figured she was up to something, but I really didn't figure her for the one behind everything. Get back, Master. I'll kick her ass and snap her right out of this.
You're not very smart, are you? It is your ass that is going to get kicked. If you haven't figured out how much stronger I am, then I'll just beat you into a red smear on the ground until it's painfully clear. I am not like that prototype. I don't care about dumb stuff like being a perfect ruler. In fact, the 2 in my unit designation means twice as cruel. It looks like you're going to have to fight again. Please be careful, Master. Wait! Hold on, not in here! Please, whatever you do, don't fight in here! You are far too materialistic, Princess. Oh well, I suppose it would be more trouble to compensate you than it would be to comply. Would you all mind terribly if we took this outside? While we are different versions, I share in Mark I's humiliation. I will see to it that I succeed where she failed so embarrassingly.
Also, hi, Jay and Drosy. A few minutes ago. What's up? Trick or blood, chat. Ow, the missiles, they hurt. Dragon Scale. Go! Chat, there's so much Okubo Rumi going on in this fight right now.
Love you. 一人は私のために、みんなは私のために。夜はまだこれからでしょ。私の歌声聞きたいのね。任せて。いいじゃない。
So much Okubo Rumi.
飛ばしていくわ。ニューニュー無様に泣きなさい。バートリ LJ ベト。ほえー。笑わせないで。邪魔。恥ずかしいけど見せてあげる。
Reminder chat, that big tail slap
コンバッ
attack.
トオープン。第1射、第2射、第3射に
Damn, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be
さよ
attacked.
なら。
Oh
ブレ
well.
ストゼロ、エリジェーベト。
Rest to zero, Elizabeth.
抵抗は無駄ですが、無賛しますか。お気に入りのドレスだったのに。
No! My Ellie-chan. Anyway, it's important to remember that that tail attack is one of her main attacks in Triple C, and you get a big eye full of her striped pantsuit every time she did it.
一刀両断、オッケー。
It is good civilization.
と、てや、避けちゃダメ。無賛しますか。無賛しますか。無賛しますか。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。いいとも。
オッケー、一刀両断。
Yes, it is also in Estella.
邪魔。
True.
行くわよ。なんなのよ。
Estella is bad, so.
かつてない強敵だった。かつてない強敵だったわ。
We don't have a chance. Ugh. She's too strong. What's with that backup? That's cheating.
Losers always whine about cheating and things being unfair. It's music to my audio receptors. But all things in moderation. At any rate, now that you realize you're outmatched, I suggest you hightail it back to Chaldea. Except for you, Elizabeth Bathory. I have special plans for you. Special plans? Please don't hurt her too much. Wait, don't tell me I'm in danger of losing my chastity. Oki, does this mean you've been after my perfect idol body all this time? Eh? Chigao! Of course not.
You know what, Oki? You have bad taste, then.
Elizabeth, whenever you talk, I can actually feel the universe around us groan. I can't stand it. Perhaps this will shut you up. Okay, everyone. I think it's time that you all left my castle, too. From here on out, laziness is the order of the day in Jet Pyramid Himeji Castle. Mecha Ellie-chan Mark II. Kick them out of here. I get it. I was in the middle of polishing myself when this all went down anyway.
Shh. Come on, Master. We're getting out of here. Ellie-chan! I promise we'll come back for you. So, we should probably figure out what to do about her before we get out of here. Well, we save her, of course. Ah, so you want me to carry both you and this heavy lump of metal on my back? I know it's asking a lot, but yes? Just kidding. I was actually thinking the same thing. I guess great minds really do think alike.
Let go of me. I have to stop Osakabe Hime.
Never mind that now. Just hurry up and come with us. Blushing robots. Well, we made it back down.
It doesn't seem as though the giant Mecha Ellie-chan sensors have noticed you. It looks like you've managed to escape.
That's all well and good, but what do we do about the giant mechanical dragon girl now?
True, I'm afraid I don't have any ideas on that myself.
I don't know if we can win this one. Huh? Even you're feeling like giving up on this one, Master.
I'm afraid so. Our master has never been one to back down no matter what sort of enemy we face, but this time... we're facing up against a giant mecha, made out of a super alloy, who is also Elizabeth.
If only she wasn't Ellie-chan. That's the part you're worried about?
Excuse me. Can I ask you something? Why did you save me? I thought that we were enemies. Things got a little complicated while you were out, or off, or rebooting, or whatever. In fact, let me make sure of something. Are you in fact a terminal for the Guardian of Jet? Yes, that is correct. I'm made of parts that Osakabe Hime ordered online, and the vestiges of Elizabeth's heroic spirit here in Jet. I established my servant spirit origin through what are commonly known as ELISA particles.
Awesome! Another made-up thing.
ELISA particles, huh? So I guess the fact that Jet's seen a lot of weird stuff these past 2 years, thanks to the Holy Grail, is what caused all of this. I believe so. Thanks to Elizabeth's fusing, splitting, and changing her spirit origin into a caster and saber, her magical energy started to leak and resulted in the creation of the Guardian's prototype. Or so I believe. I see. Now that I'm able to analyze you more thoroughly, I am picking up a few heroic spirit traces. A bit of element Ellie-chan, if you will. In other words, this singularity occurred by virtue of it being Halloween, along with Osakabe Hime's scheming. And in the endless live concerts that have been going on the past 2 years as well. And I guess a whole bunch of crazy crap is going down. Da Vinci, I think your IQ just went down several dozen points. Well, that's because it's Halloween. Boy, this is really something. These hilarious events are sure to, not go down in history. I'm afraid there's nothing hilarious about this. We need to rescue Elizabeth and fix this singularity immediately.
I know, I get it, but we're dealing with a giant Ellie-chan here.
I can understand your despair. If I were in your position, I would put myself into sleep mode and set it using 100-year increments. However, don't you have an obligation to fight? Don't you have things that you want to protect? Mecha Ellie-chan?
Huh? Why are you scolding us?
I'm telling you to shape up already. You're the master and servant who managed to defeat me, are you not? Listen well, those girls are hopeless. It was your kindness and naivete that spoiled Elizabeth like that, Gouda. And you also have a responsibility to protect this land after it almost self-destructed twice. You can't just throw up your hands and say, well, this one's just too tough, now that you've come this far. Yeah, that was probably a little on the mean side, but you are right. However, the fact remains that we don't really have any way of fighting back. And as Caldia's acting director, I can't allow you to proceed with a mission that's guaranteed to fail.
She's right, I am partly to blame for this. I am the one who maxed out her brave form.
Senpai? So, all you're lacking now is a strategy to fight back. In that case, I have a suggestion. Uda, you rescued me purely out of kindness. As such, I will return the favor in the same way. Ahem. Uda, I hereby accept you as a Steel Demoness Mecha Ellie-chan pilot candidate. What's that? It's an incredible honor a peon like you doesn't deserve. Yes, I know. But you can freak out about your good fortune on your own time. If you are prepared to continue fighting, then I'll follow your commands as your servant. Together we will take on Castle Jet, Halloween, that degenerate Osakabe Hime, and that Mark II unit. And see to it that they are completely reformed.
Is this a whole new level of getting the robot? It's good to have you on our side, Mecha Ellie-chan.
That's more like it. As I thought, mechas and hot-blooded protagonists truly do make a good team. Now, our next move should be to plan our operation. If you don't mind a short wait, a delivery should be arriving in a moment. Delivery?
And with that, the next chapter will not be out for a few days as it is time gate. So back to farming and grinding and stuff. But yes, the map now includes giant Mecha Ellie-chan Mark II, standing behind the Jet Pyramid Himeji Castle. It is a very ridiculous map. I love it. Time to farm.